Greetings and welcome to another Smashing Pistons video where today I'm going to be driving this. Does it have a name, Tom?
Allegro.
It's just Allegro. So it is basically Peggy's, I'd say, brother. I was going to say younger, but I think they're about the same age.
75.
Yes, so it is about the same age. But this one is a 4-door one, which will be interesting because Peggy's a 3-door. Is this Harvest Gold as well? Yeah. So there we go. So if you haven't guessed, it's Tom's. So yeah, join me as we go for a bit of a bimble and see what I think of a 4-door Allegro 1.3. 1.1. Peggy's a 1.3. 1.1.
I'm not as rich as Alex.
Few people are as rich as Alex. So yes, let's see what it's like.
Care for a trial?
Trial?
The Allegro, very economical, shown by A's Drive magazine to be one of the cheapest cars to run on 4 wheels.
It would need to be, wouldn't it, with petrol 5 and a tenner a gallon?
You have been away a long time, sir. Do you like it inside?
Didn't say I've been inside, you know?
And then go left.
It's not a bad gearbox, that. From first to second, it feels fairly slick.
You'll find you won't need first hardly ever.
Well, here we are, driving a 1.1 Allegro. I could have gone in front of this Audi.
That's alright.
He's not an Audi driver, he's not going fast enough.
Practicing Audi in practice, Audi in training. Here's third. There you go.
That drives really well, that, Tom.
Yeah, it does. Just easy, I tend to find.
Yeah.
Just the brakes you got to be aware of. That's like any classic car, really.
Yes. Is your rear window tinted or is it the mirror?
I think it's the rear window. Because I never get dazzled by these dangerous LED headlights.
Oh, yeah.
Could be the mirror actually, I don't know.
We're entering a national speed limit now.
Yeah.
I don't want to rag it because it's not my car.
No, that's alright.
Yeah, the steering's really precise as well.
Yeah, for an Allegro.
Yeah. Look, I avoided a tractor with ease. The brakes aren't that bad.
I suppose it's comparing them to modern cars.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I'd have brought Gen Z, you'd be like, oh, these brakes are fantastic compared to Gen Z's.
For the windscreen.
Allegro's got room. Allegro's got room. Miles and miles of room. Change up to top. Allegro has the room to spare. Allegro has the room to spare.
I think cars like this make you a better driver.
Yeah, because you have to concentrate more on what's happening.
You're a lot more alert, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely perky enough as well. Like, this don't feel slow to me.
It tries hard, it's eager.
Boink.
You enjoying it?
I am enjoying it, actually. I'm doing that thing that I always do when I get in someone else's car, where I spend half my brain power listening to noises and, you know, analysing things as you're driving along. But I'm trying to compare it to Peggy. It's not all that different. I mean, there's a bit more play in your steering.
Yeah.
But I think, and obviously Peggy's a little bit more punchy, but not as though you'd notice, to be honest.
No. It'd be interesting to see the difference in the 0-60 time between this and the 1300.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a nice feeling to it. There is a big gap between third and fourth,
Yeah.
I can't remember whether Peggy were like that. It must be the same gearbox, I would assume.
Oh, it will be, yeah.
Yeah, so I must say, one of the things, we're tootling along at 50 mile an hour, 3 people in car. It's not a slouch.
No.
It's certainly more perky than I thought it would be.
Flip wide, yeah, there you go.
What's it like on dual carriageways?
Noisy.
Noisy.
You can keep up with things,
Yeah.
but I don't push it beyond 60.
No.
It could go faster, but 60 will do with it.
Yeah.
If you go all the way around the roundabout, then we could go that way again. You'll see how low ratio second is.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Whenever I'm using second in the Honda, I can get away with using third in the Allegro. Same with the Rover as well. But the Honda and the Rover are both 5-speed, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like with Peggy, I don't know why, with Jesse, the P4, I don't know why it has a first gear.
Yeah.
It's like literally start moving, put it in second. Yeah, it's very, very similar but different to Peggy at the same time.
Yeah, well that's the next trim level up, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Peggy's Super Deluxe,
I think she is, yeah.
This one's Deluxe. This was the poverty spec one. Because these, you can move the seats back and forwards, but you can't adjust the backrest.
Oh, right, okay.
In Peggy.
Ah, that's an interesting feature for him to leave off. Oops. It went wrong way, didn't it? Okay.
Peggy.
Ah, that's an interesting.
Das ist Österreichs inoffizieller Staatsmeister im Hakelziehen. Alles, was er kauft, muss etwas aushalten und genügend Platz bieten. Ja, Meister, das ist die Stärke des Austin Allegro. Solide gebaut und eine gute Nummer größer. So ist es. Man wächst aus den kleinen Sachen einfach heraus. Drum merke, groß und stark, Austin Allegro zum Kleinwagenpreis. Denn Leyland ist Leistung.
So here we have Tom from, what's your channel called, Tom?
THT Motoring.
THT, and that stands for,
My name.
there you go, simple. Not like Smashing Pistons, it took me ages to come up with. And then I still kept typing Smashing Pumpkins.
If you see my YouTube, you realise there's not a lot of planning, a lot of off the cuff. What you see is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it. So I'm going to drive around in your nice Allegro. Tell me a bit about why you chose an Allegro.
Simplicity more than anything, because I've not been in classic cars for too long. I had a Triumph Spitfire first, a 1500. Really enjoyed it, and after 2 years, I sort of wanted a change because it was a bit awkward to get it running properly because it was twin carb and it was messing around. And it was good on a sunny day in June, but then in the winter, you're just like, yeah, I'm taking the Honda.
Yeah.
And Allegro, good to use regularly, as it's proved to be. Every job I've had to do on it has been really simple, apart from when I bought the wrong part and cut my finger open.
Oh,
That was my fault.
The thermostat thing.
Yeah.
The temperature gauge thingy. The
Yeah.
sender.
We thought
Temperature
we'd
sender.
We thought we were being clever and getting an upgraded one, but it didn't fit. So I just got a standard one, but it's fine. But yeah, looking after it as well, it's pretty practical. Gets attention. You don't see many of them.
No, you
I can
don't.
sometimes just park it in a random car park just to get some shopping. I was shopping at Tesco the other day, and the bloke came up to me and we started talking for 10 minutes just about Allegros. It's fantastic.
So they are a car that you don't see very many of. Well, I see them all the time. But yeah, you don't, generally, the general public won't see them very often. But everybody knows someone that's had one, or they've had one themselves.
Yeah.
And now you're one of them people that's had one themselves.
Yeah, they're very common back in the day, and then it's something that everyone used to see to then no one sees.
Yeah.
So it's very underrated as a classic, because
Yeah.
I can't think of many that have got the charm this has, but also just the simplicity of looking after it that this has. And you don't feel like you're compromising on anything, only really with speed.
With speed.
But yeah, don't pack it full of stuff and then try and go up a hill because you'll end up pushing it. But it's eager, it tries hard.
Yeah. One of the things Alex used to describe Peggy, because I were like, oh, the binnacle's like the old Mini one, and the gearbox sounds like an old Mini. And she said, yeah, it's the same engine. It's pretty much an inflated Mini. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, but unlike a Mini, you don't have to take the grill off to take off the top of the distributor. I mean, you could jump in next to the engine, literally. There's loads of space next to it.
Yeah.
And even though the Spitfire had a front folding bonnet, so you could easily get to it, I'd argue that's just as easy, if not even easier, to actually work on. Yeah.
Because there is like a gulf of space around it, isn't there?
Oh yeah. It's the smallest engine as well that they fitted to it.
1.1. How many horsepower is it? That about 40?
I think 50. But 50. Well, 50 in 1975.
Okay.
Because that's actually a later Series 1 engine, because the original one had a problem. This was the previous owner before Allegro Man.
Okay.
So he put a 1.1 from a Series 3 in it, which is the same engine, but just a bit more modern. And it's a better engine as well in terms of being a bit more rugged, because by the time of the Series 3, they'd ironed out any issues, and it became a really good car by the end of the Series 3, but it was almost like it was 10 years old by that time. Or 9 or 8, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, cars, they seem to change them all the time. I mean, it's parked behind a Honda, and Honda are famous for changing their cars like every 2 or 3 years, aren't they?
Well, not quite with that, apparently, because with the Jazz, someone, clearly Rover R8 enthusiast, really told me the other day that the braking system on the Jazz hasn't changed much from the days of the R8. You with your Civic, you know, don't you?
Yeah. Brakes, what are they?
Yeah, well, the Allegro's got brakes. You just have to, I don't know, cross your fingers and pray sometimes.
Has it got powered brakes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
If they have, it needs to be.
So what drawbacks would you say there is from owning an Allegro? And because Tom uses it a little bit as a daily.
Semi-daily.
Semi-daily. What drawbacks have you found from it?
Power.
Okay.
But it's enough. Once you've got a long enough road, you get to the speed you want eventually.
Yeah.
I don't drive it faster than 60. I think you can go faster, but you just you'd be deaf by the end of that. So I keep it at 60, and that's fine for the commute, because it's a countryside commute I take, and you don't go faster than 50. You can't because there's speed cameras. But that's all right.
What about, because my big thing with old cars, it always used to be, because I used to daily a camper van, and that was a nightmare because obviously the engine's in the back. So on a winter's day, you can't get heat to the windscreen. So I used to just be driving around constantly wiping the condensation off the windscreen. So what's the heater like, I think, is what I'm trying to get to.
It's really good. It does work. It takes a while to warm up, but then once it's warmed up, it's fantastic. Clears the windscreen really well. Yeah. And even the rear screen, because on the Jazz, all the heated bars on the screen don't work, whereas they all work on the Allegro. Clears it really well. I suppose you could say the biggest mistake they made with the Allegro is not fitting a hatchback onto it. I mean, that was just definition of insanity. So the boot lid's a bit like a post box, but once you've got things in, there's quite a lot of space in the boot. It's just the opening is quite small. Yeah.
It's
like, when I don't know, you might know, but I don't know. When you open a flap when you're locked in jail, you see out of it.
It's like a flap on a jail door.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one on Late Break Show that they're doing?
Oh, they're modifying. I think that I haven't, because they're modifying it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a purist, as you know.
He's a purist. I'll not mention that they're putting a Type R Honda engine in it then.
Oh, that would be worth a laugh, actually. Yeah. I wouldn't have one myself, but it reminds me of a story my dad told me. There was a friend of his who had an Austin Maxi.
Yeah.
Completely just like this, completely standard, but they put like, a V8 in it, a Rover V8 or whatever. So there was this guy at the lights in the BMW, just like, yeah, I'll have you. And then,
Gone.
Hey?
Gone. Well, thank you, Tom. And yes, I'll edit this into the video somehow in some crazy way.
Oh, no problem. Don't forget to subscribe to mine, THD Motoring.
Yeah, get over there. And are you into membership territory yet?
Oh, not yet, no.
Okay.
That's why I need more subscribers.
What are you on at the moment?
358.
Oh, you're not far off then. You're not far
getting
off.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Go and subscribe to get him over 500, and then he can get memberships done. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you reckon to the colour that this is? Is it your favourite BL colour?
I wasn't sure when I first saw it, but then the more I've then when I agreed to buy it, it makes sense as a 70s car, because you want any classic, you want it to speak of the era that it's come from.
Yeah.
And this does really well.
Yeah.
Because it's like, because that's why I want to eventually do some filming with Alex's Harvest Gold Marina.
Yeah.
These would look really good in a photo shoot together.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there's no point having it a car that isn't like 70s. You want it to be something that speaks strongly of 70s.
What are these like off-road? I only asked because there's some pheasants in that field.
I've never tried. Well, the hydrogas, that might come into its own there.
Have you ever had to have that pumped up?
No, it's fine. Allegro man adjusted the height on it, just on one side slightly, but no, it's fine. It's only really been used regularly in the last sort of 8 years, because before Josh had it, who had it before Allegro man, it was sat in a garage for a long time.
Okay.
It was originally made by someone in management for BL, and then we think that's why it survived all this time.
Ah, okay.
Because it had only done about, I think, 30,000 when Josh picked it up, and it's now done 64,000.
Ah.
Voici une Austin.
The Austin Allegro. Definitively British, like gravy with crumpet. Designed to house 2.4 kids and all 4 of their parents. Even a grandma couldn't help but be impressed by the amount of cake you can fit in the boot. No cup holders for cups of your English pig's tea. The paintwork has a special coating of coal dust to help against the British weather. As you can see, it's perfect for carrying around all the people you need to lie for you to cover up your affair with Nicole, who wants the tabac in the next village over.
See,
For the Apple Store there.
not having power steering as well is something that if you said that to people that only drive modern cars, they'd be like, oh my god, how does that work? But then, like, as long as you're moving, it's not different really.
It's a big wheel as well, and that makes it easier when you're going along.
That is true. But I bet you don't get in your Jazz and think, oh my god, this is like so much different.
Not really, no. No, I don't actually, to be honest. It's a good point. And that's why the Allegro, I think, appeals as a classic car that you can use all the time.
Yeah.
Because people say that you can't get parts the way you can, because it's every single mechanical part it shares with either the Mini or the Morris Minor.
Yeah, exactly.
We're keeping up with someone else.
This is crackers that we're keeping up with someone else. I mean, they are doing
Yeah, he's going back for the pheasant. That's why.
30 mile an hour. Yeah, it's quite comfortable.
Yeah, it is. Because the plan for this is just keep it running as well as can and keep the bodywork as good as possible.
Yeah.
Because the bonnet's not the best bit of it. It's alright from a distance, but it does need some paint, so that's going to get done this year along with the 2 of the doors.
Are you going to take it to shows and stuff?
Yeah, I do take it to shows, but I prefer using it more for this really, driving it around.
Yeah, because that's what it was built for.
Yeah, and if you leave cars for a long time and they don't like it.
That is true.
Because I didn't use the Spitfire in the winter because it just wasn't really a winter car, and I won't put this on the road if it's got salt on it. But as long as you like wash the sills and the arches every couple of weeks with a hose pipe, then it's fine. And every year I check the wax oil and I wax oil it when I want it. So
It was a very pheasant ride out.
God. I like that little clicky noise from the indicators. That's what's nice about old cars.
yeah, they get the sounds that you just don't hear. Look, there's an animal on the side of the road there. It's a cat. Please do take care this time. Oh, he's aiming for it as well. What was that movement on the steering wheel?
Yeah, you have to resist.
Just put me on the streetwise. Oh, there we go.
Thank you, Tom.
That's all right. No animals were harmed during the making of this film. Oh no, sorry, that's not right, is it?
One animal was harmed. So there we go.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
Very nice.
It was pretty instant.
Very nice. Yes.
Yeah, glad you enjoyed it.
I like the little ashtray thing.
Oh, well, everyone smoked in the 70s.
It's got a rear ashtray.
Has it really?
Yes, it's got one in the door, the little spinny one.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
And it's been used.
Not by me, it hasn't.
Cool beans. Thank you.
No problem, glad you enjoyed it.